be comparing the two hyped up vlogging cameras of 2024. Hello, so I have both of the cameras on now and I can definitely see a difference already. The Canon camera G7 X Mark II has been around for a while, but it's been getting hyped up lately because of the photo quality, and it's been sold out everywhere. The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has been all over my For You page, and a lot of my favorite YouTubers have been using this vlogging camera now. I'm going to be comparing both of these cameras to give you a little bit of perspective on both of them, and I want to see which one of these two are the better vlogging camera. I'm going to be testing out both of the cameras' video quality in low light settings and in natural light. I'm also going to be testing out the audio, how fast they can focus, and how both of the cameras perform outside when I'm actually vlogging. And finally, I want to talk about the pros and the cons of both of the cameras, just in case you're interested in buying one of the cameras and you're trying to figure out which one's the best one for you. And maybe the pros and cons might make it easier for you to choose. I was so excited to get this camera, and instead of just getting the DJI by itself, I got the creator combo. This camera is pretty pricey, but it's cheaper to get the creator combo than buying everything individually. But this camera costs more than this camera. When you do get the creator combo, it comes with so many things. I'm going to read off the list on the back and tell you what all comes in the creator combo. It comes with the camera, obviously. It comes with a protective cover, the DJI Mic 2 transmitter, a handle, a battery handle. It comes with a Type-C cable, a carrying bag, a DJI Mic 2 magnet, a wind muff, wide angle lens, and it comes with a wrist strap. So I definitely think that the creator combo is worth it. And before I do start, I just want to say I am not a professional by any means. Obviously, you can see my channel. I do not talk about anything tech, and I don't talk about cameras. I literally have to watch a video anytime I need to figure something out about my camera or changing the settings. So keep that in mind. I'm just giving the basic, bare minimum comparison about both of these cameras. With that being said, let's get into the pros and cons about these cameras. Right now, I'm recording on my Canon camera, and I've had this camera for about a year, and I've noticed some things that I like and I don't like about this camera. But let's start off with the pros on the Canon camera. So the first thing, I think the Canon camera is a good camera when you're a newbie and you don't know how to change the settings and you're not a high-tech person like I'm not. So as soon as you get it, you can basically start recording without changing any settings. The second thing, the camera quality is amazing and it has a built-in flash. Third, you can add lens attachments because I know some cameras you can't, but the Canon you can. It has a flip-up screen that you can see yourself in, and it's also touchscreen. And there's a lot more pros to the Canon camera, but that's the one that I like the most. So let's get into the cons. The Canon camera's autofocus is bad. It's so bad. It takes forever just for it to focus on any item. Like, did you see how long that took? It just takes forever for it to focus, especially if you're trying to show something little, like how you see it's only focusing on me in the background. It's not really focusing on what I'm trying to show the camera. Do you guys see that? So it's not the best camera if you want to do sit down videos, if you're trying to review something or you're doing your makeup and you have to show products constantly. Another thing that I really don't like is that it doesn't have an external mic attachment, so you can't add a mic to this camera. And in my opinion, the camera dies fast. I don't know about other cameras like Sony or anything like that, but I had to buy other battery packs because it dies super fast and I can only get like 1 good hour out of this camera. The Canon isn't heavy, but it is very noticeable in public if you're holding it up, especially if you don't have a wide lens like I don't and you have to use a tripod to get it further away from your face. It's very noticeable when you're vlogging outside in public. Plus, it can be a hassle to carry so many different things for the Canon camera, like your tripods, your mini tripods, your battery pack, and the actual camera itself. Plus, if you're getting in and out of cars, you have to take it out of your mount and put it on a tripod, so it can be a hassle sometimes. Now, let's get into the pros and cons about the Pocket 3. I've only had the Pocket 3 for a couple of days, but I've done so much research on it before I purchased the actual camera. And one of the obvious pros that I've noticed about it is that it's super small. It's literally, look at my hand. It's in the cover right now, but this is compared to my hand. It's super small. Hence the name Pocket 3, because you can literally put this in your pocket. There's an app that you can get and you can control your camera from the app. And it also has a whole bunch of videos and information about the camera. There's a built-in gimbal for the camera. As you can see, it moves around. Attaching the lenses is so easy, and the lens sits right in here. All I have to do to attach the wide lens is snap it on. It's literally a magnet, so it just snaps on just like that. It has active tracking, so it makes it super easy if you're recording by yourself and you don't want to have to get up every single time and move your camera around just to get the perfect shot. And as far as I know, it charges pretty fast. My camera was on 19%. I charged it only took 30 minutes to fully charge. But as good as the camera sounds and as much as I've researched it, it does have cons. The SD card that you buy for the camera is so important. I've already bought 3 different SIM cards for this camera. Because the camera does not come with an SD card, I didn't know which one to get, so this was the first one that I got. I got these micro SIM cards from Amazon, and when I first put them in my camera, they did not fit and they kept falling out. I was so scared because I'm like, I just spent over $700 on this camera, and I'm like, please tell me this camera is not broken. So I ended up going to Walmart and getting an SD card that I've seen a lot of people use, and it did fit. But as soon as I put it in my camera, it gave me an error. Let me try to see if I can find exactly what it said, but I will put it on the screen. But it says SD card speed, slow shooting may stop. I looked up a few videos to see if anyone was having the same problem as me, and I found a couple videos to help. They basically said that you have to have a high quality SD card for your camera to perform right and so that it doesn't overheat. Because I did notice when I had that SD card in, my camera was overheating and it was getting hot under like less than 10 minutes. But I ended up returning the second SD card that I got, and I finally got the last SD card that's been working fine. My camera hasn't been overheating and it didn't pop up with that error code that I got before. And I have seen a couple of complaints about the screen breaking, like the flipping screen breaking, because they said if you don't take out the camera right out of the case, then it will break because it's sliding against it. Both of these cameras have different video quality. The Canon is a full HD 1080p video recording and it has 60 FPS. The Pocket 3 has 4K video quality with a 120 FPS, but when you're recording vertically, it's a 3K video quality. The Pocket 3 has a D-Log M settings and it has a 10-bit color depth. If you don't know what that means, like I didn't know what it meant until I researched it, it basically just means that you can set your camera to a different setting so that you can have a better range of color. Another thing that I loved about the Pocket 3 in the creator combo is that it came with this mic. If you're like me and you don't want to be super loud when you're out in public, this is going to be so helpful when I can just talk right into the mic and I don't have to be super loud when I'm out by myself. And I bought extra lenses. Well, these are basically filters for the camera. I'm so excited to actually start using these because when I tried them, they looked so nice on the camera. Before I start testing out these cameras, I'm going to show you how easy it is to set up this camera. So it comes with this battery pack that's also a handle. It comes with a little tripod, but I'm going to be hooking it up to my bigger tripod. And I think I forgot to talk about this. The camera does not have an attachment to actually hook up the tripod to it. You first have to hook on one of the attachments to the bottom, and this one is the battery pack and the handle. This has the attachment so that you can actually screw it onto a tripod. So I'm about to hook this onto my tripod and we're going to test both of the cameras out. Hello, so I have both of the cameras on now and I can definitely see a difference already. This Canon camera is a lot smaller and this one's so much wider and you can see a lot more of my background. Right now I am just using the regular mic on the camera. I'm not using the DJI 2 mic. Another difference that I can see, I think the Canon camera is definitely making me look orange. I feel like the Pocket 3 has more of a cooler tone, and I have heard that about the Canon camera. Even if you change the settings in the Canon camera, it makes everything look orange. And I love that the Pocket 3 has an active tracking, so that's what I'm going to turn on. So it's enabled so you guys can see anytime that I move. I'm going to love when I take this camera on trips, and it's going to be so easy to show you guys what I'm doing and me packing up my bags if I'm going on a trip, and I won't have to get up and move my camera around like I would the Canon camera. So this just makes me so excited. As you guys can see, I'm just enjoying this camera so much already. I still love the Canon camera, but I feel like it's going to be great for when I'm at home and I'm doing sit down videos. But now it's time to take these cameras out and see how they actually are. And before I take the cameras outside, I want to test the mic and see what it sounds like inside. And my Canon camera is dying, so I'm going to change the battery and I'll be back. So they said it's super easy to set this up. I think they said just turn it on. Hello? Oh, so it's on already. That's so nice. And at the top of the screen, it shows like the voice level. I don't know. Let me show you guys. Do you guys see that? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. I'm not sure what it sounds like, but I'm gonna do a little bit further away from my face, and then I'm gonna put it on my shirt. There is a magnet to it, but I'm not gonna put it on there yet. So this is what it sounds like with it being on my shirt. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. I don't want to be super loud in the camera. Now I'm ready to take these cameras outside and see how they actually do. I'm super hungry, so I'm going to get some food while I'm testing out both of these cameras. And before I do go outside, I forgot I want to test out the lenses while I'm in here. So this is with the wide lens, and this is without the wide lens on the Pocket 3. This is with the wide lens. And this is without. I'm going to show you guys what the cameras look like when it's in a low light setting, because right now I'm in front of my window, so I'm getting a lot of the natural sunlight, but I'm going to show you guys when I'm in a dark room to see the video quality. Now I'm in my room, and you can definitely see the difference on the Canon camera. It is super orange, and I know my curtains are pink, but my face is super orange. Now I'm turned around, not facing the window, so you can see how dark it is on my Canon camera. Look how dark I look on the Canon camera. This is the color difference between the yellow chair and our front room. This is the color difference between the picture and this picture. So now I'm in a public setting. The sun is going down. I do have the Pocket 3 on active tracking, so it's tracking my face. And the Canon camera, I just got it on a regular tripod. Nothing special to it. Before it does get dark, I want to try out the mic so that you guys can hear the difference between the cars driving by. That guy just stopped to stare at me because he's probably wondering, like, why does she have two cameras facing her? But he doesn't know. I'm not going to judge. He don't know what I'm doing. He's just curious. Okay, so it should be on right now. And it's great to see the quality of the cameras when the sun's going in and out of the clouds. I'm wondering if you guys can still hear the cars driving by. Not really sure. Here's a car coming by. Can you guys hear it? I don't know. Here's another one. Here's the video quality of me not facing the sun. This is the quality of me being in my car. I have no idea why my Canon's acting like this. It's not looking the best. It's making my Pocket 3 look so much better. And Canon's been my best friend. She's been that girl for a while. But why is it making it seem like, look at the quality difference. I do want to take the cameras back outside tomorrow. I'll have some help, so I won't be carrying a big old purse with all of my camera stuff in it. So it's the next day. I'm back at the green. I'm gonna get some more shots so I can show you guys, because when I look at the footage, I didn't get that much. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of both of the cameras. Both of the cameras are right next to each other, so the Canon camera is very zoomed in, and I don't have the wide lens on the Pocket 3 right now, so this is both of the cameras bare. No extra add lenses, nothing. So pretty out here. Pretty flowers. But you can see the color difference between the two. You can see how close the Canon camera is, and they are right next to each other. I'm trying to walk as still as I can because I know the Canon camera doesn't have the stabilization and obviously the built-in gimbal like this Pocket 3 does. But you can already see, if I were to use my Canon camera, I would have to pick it up and move it, or I would have to have somebody recording me. As you can tell, the Pocket 3 is an amazing job. I do want to test out the mics because it's a little windy out here, so I want to see what it sounds like on the Pocket 3. So I'm wondering if you can still hear me from the Canon camera. Probably not at this point, but you can definitely hear me on the Pocket 3. Looking at the footage last night, the Canon camera is making me look so orange. I want to try to get a close-up on the rose. I am loving the Pocket 3 though so far. It's really nice, really easy to set up. Don't really have to do much of the settings and changing anything. The Canon is just a hassle to take out, especially like right now when I'm in a public setting and I got this big old camera with a tripod.